would you talk about how the booth should look like? I've not been to a lot of events, but yeah, the 2, 3 events that I've gone to, including SaaStr in London, I've seen people go berserk, right, with
Yeah.
creativity. Does that really impact, or is it more about, the people standing there and how they are driving the conversations? Because my counter argument to this is, even if you don't have a very, very highly creative booth and you're not spending money on, having probably serving coffee or popcorns, right? Or, getting a basketball hoop and all of those stuff, right? That I've seen. People will still walk by, and as you just mentioned, right, if you're standing there and you're greeting them properly and you're trying to have a conversation, it will still click, right? So what's your thought, right? Is it should there be a balance, or should you actually go really, really creative with the kind of booth you're putting up?
I mean, that's an interesting one. And it also depends on your budget and the size of your
Yeah.
company. So let's just say, for example, you're a medium-sized company with a medium-sized budget.
Right.
The very least, even if you can obviously choose a turn up and exhibit package from the organizer, or you can go space only where you build your own booth.
Yeah.
Either way, the more open side your stand has, the better. So even at Informa, sometimes we used to charge more for more open sides because it depends what show we were doing, but it's that popular. So if you've got one open side and you're like this and you've only got one open to the aisle, it's harder to get that visibility, and it looks a bit intimidating going into those closed booths, unless you're in a row of like tech stand pop-ups, and then that's okay. That works well. But if you're just like a little tunnel stand, never have it deeper than front. So if you're going to go 3x3 or 10x10 in foot, that's okay, but never go like 10x20. It looks like a tunnel and it's intimidating for people. So if you can get at the very least 2 open sides, so you're open 2 to the aisle. 3 is, of course, great. 4 is what you call an island side. That's where you start to get in the bigger booths. And then I think you can do the activations you're talking about, and they're better. However, I have seen people spend so much money on an island site, everything, all whistles and stuff, and their sales team aren't trained. So their sales team are still talking to themselves, are still on their laptops, they're still eating food, they're still not paying attention. So I think whatever you do, get as much open side, and I mean open side to the aisles as you can. Try and get into a central location. If you can't, try and get near or the entrance or the exit, or a catering area, or a conference theatre where you know there's going to be footfall. And whatever size you are, train your sales team, and you need to have trainings before you go on site and on site. And someone needs to be there to keep them in check, because their natural habit is they'll go back on the phones and stuff. I know that sounds crazy because they're going to get leads, but I've seen this over 20 years. So, and have competitions, right? Who did the most pre-book meetings? Because then the sales team have to make them. Who did the most walk-ins? So that means the sales team are on their feet inviting people in. Maybe walk-ins get more, money even, and you give them even like $50 a meeting. I don't know, whatever it is. You have a leaderboard, you gamify it, you make it fun. And you make sure each day you send that to the CEO and you go, this is our sales leaderboard with the sales team in copy, and that's going to make them pay attention. I can tell you that. So everyone wants to be the number one. Everyone wants the CEO to go, well done, you did the most leads at the event.